Hello everyone. This video is about how to create digital content using Open edX, and it is a guidance for those who are interested to develop digital content in Open edX Studio, mainly our academic staff. And this video is, of course, as I have said, it is a guidance in creating digital content using Open edX Studio. And this video covers a detailed procedures which supported by a sample course shell in order to describe the overview of these open edX procedures, features, and steps in creating digital content. And of course, before going to the detail, this video is dedicated or targeting for those who have completed these two courses, Masterclass Training and How to Build in Open edX Studio course. And then, having said that, the importance of this DCC, digital content creation, of course, transition to digital education is crucial and becoming important, and it aligns with the university policy. And of course, it is measured or considered as KPI both for the university and for us, the instructors. So it is good to keep this in mind. And then the larger platform, which is the larger digital education platform, which is the learning management system, specifically the Open edX Studio, and the overall descriptions, features, and steps, and other different resources, course materials that the instructors they could use to create their digital content are to be covered or already covered in this video. And a sample demonstration for a demonstration purpose, a sample course shell is created just from the scratch, uh, just for the better understanding of this course digital content creation. So to begin with shortly, uh, of course, we have this link, which is courses.as2.edu.et portal. And then since it is digital content creation, you should log in as instructor. So obviously, for our sample demonstration, a free template course shell has been created. Let's consider this. Just go to the studio, which is the Open edX Studio we have said at the beginning. So this could have some internet issues and network issues, obviously, what we face in real practice. But we have to have some patience to load the page. Now, before anything else, we have to prepare the course outline as usual what we do. So in this case, let's see the content. Like for me, the course, for example, I want to develop for this demonstration of purpose, it is the simulation, and the course outline is here exactly. It is here. And then this course outline, you can see, depending on the template, we have the university template, which is supposed to be that standard has to be adopted. Now we have this all content, the course name, and everything else you want to cover in your course outline can be exactly be done in your Open edX Studio. So we have course description and course objectives and so forth. So, and this course outline specifically, this is the chapters, and these are the ideas or the topics or subtopics to be covered under to address the main issues or ideas or concepts for this chapter. So this one in Open edX will be regard this chapter, the main headings, as a new section, and this will be as a subsection. And if you have another thing can be regarded as subsection. That's the only option. For example, if you see chapter 3, which is random numbers, so this can be new section and this can be subsection, and this again can be treated as subsection. So in such a way, this roadmap, this course outline can be maintained in the OpenEDX studio. So for example, if we have here this is new subsection, which is not supposed to be just this one, new section. So under this new section, you go here and you write introduction, for instance, introduction, okay? And then under this introduction, for example, just you go to this studio, to this course outline, and this is the basics in simulation and modeling. This is the thing. So you come here and you put just this the edit button, you replace with this, and then you click here somewhere to save this. And then now if you have nothing to add another, I just simply the subtopics, you can pick them like this straightforward. Just here in this case you click here, here subsection. So under this subsection you have again the edit button, then you put these things, these things. So to save time, you can follow the same procedures, but how do you put again the main content is that define simulation, for instance. You go here under this, then you get new unit. Under this new unit, you have so many resources that could support your course materials. For example, your course materials could be in the form of text, it could be in the form of image, it could be in the form of video, it could be in the form of PDF, whatever. So, for example, in my case, I have this material, which is the simulation. I want to pick this as an introduction. What is simulation, for instance? So right now, here you come here under that unit, I pick text, which is the one component I add. Then this is the text. And then you go to this edit button, and then automatically you paste it. So you save this. But before saving one thing, these are the options you can play for the usual you do in Word file or document. So for simplicity and the important one to focus, let's insert this link. So to insert this link, what you do, for example, I have this. So if I want to invite my students to read further for this material, then they can visit here. I can pick this link and put it here. And here the title, for example, I can give simulation and modeling. Okay? And modeling. Here, then current window, of course. Then you can put it like so. This becomes an active link. So students, after they read these pointers that I have put it in the Open Studio, uh, then for further reading, they can redirect using this active link, and then you save it. Then what we did, this one will be fine, will be available on the main studio page. It will appear on the Open Studio page after it is being published. Now, let's assume this is sufficient, and then you go and you click publish. Until you didn't click this one, it remains private. That means it's not available in the net, and students could not access by even they log in using the university email. So you should inform, by the way, your students to have to use the university email and to log into their accounts and to access these materials. But one requirement is needed: the students should get mapped into your courses. Otherwise, the privilege is restricted. So the very important another here is that this advanced component. What this component, you can play with different support resources like annotation, compilation, content with control navigation, and so forth. Google Calendar, Google Document. You can try these all services, which are very important and help to enhance the engagement of the students and the online activity in general. So, for example, the critical ones, if an instructor want to give a PDF resources, he can use this component. For example, this adding the PDF has two options. We can do it in two options. The first one is edit. Then if you have a material like this PDF, for instance, for my case, I have this material which available already on the net. I can go there, and then the course is which is simulation, and then here is the material the students I want them to access for further understanding and enrichment of their understanding and concept in simulation and modeling. So what I can do is I can pick this link, active link, and then add it here to be replaced with this one thing. The other thing, then you allow, if you want to allow them true, otherwise false. So you go and save this one. You go and save this one. But I want to make time, I want to run with this time because it takes time to run this page. So let me cancel this. The second option is that you can insert this PDF in another way. Like you can come here, edit again, but you can bring it in Google Drive. So Google Drive means just you can come here, you can put it in your drive, that material from the local machine, so that this is now the textbook I have. So you come here, and what you have to do is you open with, not open with, like this one. You do like this. So you go and here you say copy link. Because why you use Google Drive if you don't have any websites, okay, your own, because you know the website is not free of charge. So that means people may not have the website. So you come here and you put the shareable from your Google Drive. Then you put it this exactly. And then you allow it to be downloaded. Yes. Then, for example, if you say save, automatically you could see your, for example, this is a download button. So it appears you don't have a PDF plugin for this browser. Then you can see from, you see, this is from the Google Drive. That is from the local machine, of course, but it is already available on the net through the Google Drive. Just it's not from the website of your private. That's what I want to say. So then, so let's come back to the other procedure. This is the textbook, which is 271, which is a very interesting approach. And then the other thing, you want to load video, for example, but make sure that video is not simply an ordinary video that individuals they could do by their own initiative. No, in that way, we will not have the main goal of this digitalization or digital education is to have a standardized platform and to use the standardized platform. So given that you have an appropriate studio, which is consistent to the standard of the university or studio, which is what we are expecting to be, then you can upload your video in two ways. One, you can come here and edit this the video, and then you have already, if you have a channel like YouTube and other things, but that YouTube should not, you can be used only as a link, but that video has to be approved by the e-learning directorate office, and it has to be recorded in regular and valid and standardized studio, which is found at 6 kilo as a cluster. Just for a moment, And for future, we have planning as a strategic plan to have our own studio, maybe after 2 or 3 years, whatever. Then you come here and you put that link. This is one way. And the other way, you can put this video in the form of just MP3 or whatever in your local machine, and you can bring them to the Google Drive. And then similarly, the link that Google Drive, because that is also on the net, on the internet, then you can bring it to this, and then you can save it this way. Okay, to save time, let's cancel it. So the other functionality, the other component is you can also utilize this problem for problem and problem bank you have for different question bank and open response, for example. In this case, you can create your own self-assessment only. Like if you remember the courses you have taken in MCT, such things they have been doing the assessment and the response and the marking, the grading. So you can create, an instructor can create any question he want, like he can put questions for this section. He can prompt any question he like. For example, what do you feel about my progress? Or what is simulation and modeling? And then they put students, you will give them this section, and then they submit you submit your response and move to the next step. So assessment to your response, maybe 3 years it says, but in our case it is semester oriented, so you have to make it a valid time for response. And then students can track their grade, like what we track in MCT and even the Open edX. Okay. And then the other thing is other services like the legacy library content, and so forth. But one issue is like I want to show you the grading. Like the grading is in which section you can have open resource is not this one, not this one, of course. But the problem, for instance, the grading. There was grading, by the way, grading somewhere grading grade here you see you can create survey and problem builder. So this all you can try them and you can get them these services. So this is all about the overview of the open edX course development, digital development features and steps at highlights or at highlight inside. And then for further, you can contact us in private in our office, and you can forward your questions through electronic email. Uh, thank you very much.